Bitcoin is heading to new all-time highs. I believe $85,000. I know it sounds crazy. Long time no see, by the way. For all those that are now tuning in, welcome to today's live stream. Man, what a crazy freaking market, right? We literally have been talking about this possibility of a short squeeze coming on, and it actually happened, right? It actually freaking happened, and it seemed like nobody believed in a 60,000 plus Bitcoin, right? And now look where we're at today. I'm seeing Bitcoin hovering around $66,000, and it looks like its all-time high was 68,550. So, or 68,577 actually. I apologize for that. So is this the top of the market? Well, that's a great question. Let's go ahead and look into the charts. I do want to go ahead and say welcome everybody that is tuning in right now. Let me go ahead and share this live stream with everybody. So give me about 1 second as we go ahead and start sharing those links. Go ahead and get that out the way. Why isn't my link posting? Give me 1 second. For all those that are watching pre-recorded, welcome, by the way, and feel free to go ahead and skip if you need to, right? All right, so it looks like we are officially now live. Let me go ahead and pull my live stream on my phone, and we should be good to go. Hope all of you are having a wonderful day today. I'm actually quite tired. I'm not gonna go ahead and lie. It's been pretty exhausting these last couple days. Markets have been ripping, and yeah, how's it going? Happy, glad to go ahead and have you here today. Let's go ahead and get this all up and running. Let me go ahead and pull out the articles that I believe are going to be important. So give me about 1 second as I do this. Should have done this before. I completely forgot. I apologize. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. What day is it today? Is it really already the freaking 4th, bro? That's insane. That is freaking insane. That's what I thought. I was like, I have to do something before I get ready for this live stream, and I just couldn't think what it was. But it looks like I have it already pulled out. See, after you do it for such a long time, you're able to pull out that information very, very quickly. And that's where we're at right now. So I'm pulling out these documents. Give me about 1 second as I do this. All right, awesome, possum. So let's go ahead and look into the charts of Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and minimize my face because all of you came here to watch some charts and not my face. Let's go ahead and start doing that. Can I minimize myself more? Okay, there you go. We're gonna go ahead and put ourselves, I think that should be good right here. There'd be no bother right there for people. Let's go ahead and put us right there. Awesome, possum. So let's go ahead and get started on today's live stream. Welcome everybody. Hope all of you are having a wonderful day, wonderful night. To all those that are tuning in, Bitcoin right now is hovering around the $66,000 range, and we talked about this breakout at around last week, I believe it was, when Bitcoin was hovering around the $61,000 range. I talked about there's a high probability we will be breaking past $65,000, and here we are today. I do think we're probably going to have a very similar consolidation, kind of like what we had right here last week. We're going to be doing probably something very similar with Bitcoin, in my opinion, or maybe this is the top. I don't think this is the top. I think shorts are continue to get squeezed, and people are going to continue to double down on their incorrect analysis, pushing Bitcoin to as high as $85,000 to $87,000. I don't think no more than 85,000 Bitcoin's going to go to. I think this is the ultimate top for Bitcoin, is around 85,000. And we're going to go ahead and see how things go. Is this the top for Bitcoin, or do we still have some room left? In my opinion, I think $85,000 will be the ultimate top if this is not the top. I don't think this is the top. I think if anything, this is where the excitement of the rally is actually getting started, and we're going to be moving even higher in the next coming days. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And I'm very excited for what the market has to bring to us, right? It looks like Solana's also been doing a very similar move to Bitcoin as well. We talked about breaking past this 110 range and approaching near this 144. And we're actually in this area of consolidation right now at the moment. Solana has seen its all-time high of around $131. And we have broken past this area of resistance around the 120. Realistically, I would say a really nice, decent area of support was around the 110. And we were able to showcase that we were able to break past through that with no hesitation, right? So this is the ultimate bullish sign in my opinion. Now we are looking at Solana getting towards that 144, and with what we've been seeing in the market with the Bitcoin, I did mention there's a high probability we could be seeing Solana go anywhere from 150 to all the way to $214. And to be honest with you, I think 250 might be the range, but I think anywhere around $200, we could be seeing Solana run up as well as we see Bitcoin do its sting to the upside, right? So we are right now in this consolidation zone with Solana. I mean, honestly, everything's looking extremely bullish for the market. And looking at the DXY, let's go ahead and take a look at the DXY. I honestly haven't looked into the market for these last couple weeks. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even think I've seen the market for like, I think, when was my last video? Let me go ahead and check what my last video was. Like, I've been off YouTube for a cool minute. Not something I typically freaking do, right? Usually I'm pretty active. So the last time all of you saw me was about 4 days ago, which is almost a week. So it's been a while. This is actually the longest break I've taken from YouTube. And we talked about the reason that is because I'm no longer actually going to be creating content on this channel. And there is some changes to what I'm doing moving forward. So I'll definitely go ahead and keep all of you updated where these changes are going to be heading to. But if you want to go ahead and follow me and continue to follow me on this journey on crypto, give me a follow on Twitter at ALTCOIN John. I'll definitely go ahead and also be rebranding this, and I'll be changing with whatever path I'm going to, right? But I'm still going to be in crypto. I'm just going to be more behind the scenes, and there's a possibility I might go ahead and start another channel in the next coming weeks. Still around crypto and TA, right? But I do want to go ahead and focus more on DeFi in my opinion. So definitely a lot of branding coming soon. And if you want to go ahead and follow me on that journey, feel free to go ahead and give me a follow on Twitter, as I mentioned. And if you're looking to go ahead and trade any of these positions with leverage, check out BingX and MEXC. Both of these platforms are non-KYC platforms. They are giving bonuses, so definitely go ahead and check out these platforms. If you're looking for a VPN, check out NordVPN, offering 69% off with 3 months extra. And with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the DXY right now. Looking at the daily, we have been seeing the DXY is struggling around this 104, surprisingly. So we're going to go ahead and see where the DXY takes us in the next coming days. I do believe we will be seeing some sort of breakout going towards this 104, and that 104 breakout is definitely going to moon the DXY to the upside, coming towards back to these levels of 107, which is obviously extremely bearish for Bitcoin. So we're gonna go ahead and see where things are. When AMC moon, how's it going? Kenyoda Demis, great question, man. I know AMC has actually been doing quite good these last couple of days. I think it surpassed back to over 1 million market cap. So let's go ahead and take a look where AMC is at right now at the moment. I've been doing a lot of degening in the back end on Solana tokens. So I've been learning a lot about these Solana tokens and the way they move, and it's actually quite interesting how everything moves. So let's go ahead and take a look at AMC. It looks like we are back to $597,000, and it does look like we did actually break to that 1.4 million. So we did actually take that 1.4 million, and we talked about that too, right, chat? We talked about how there's a possibility that with AMC, if we were to go ahead and we were going to go ahead and have that breakout to the upside, and if we did, we were definitely going to go ahead and see AMC dump right after a massive pump. And the reason why is because it was down to the low levels of 313,000, and from this bottom to this top, we did see over a 6x X right there. So a lot of people that got in right here at the bottom cashed out, and then it looks like we are following some sort of cup and handle pattern. And we talked about the reason why is because a lot of people bought the bottom, took profits, and we also had a lot of people that bought AMC within this range right here and are probably breaking even, right? So they went ahead and looked for their chance to go ahead and take somewhat of some profits, or at least lower their entry, right, or cut their losses. But this does look pretty bullish, and I do believe that AMC in the next coming days, probably by the end of the week, should be having another breakout to the upside. We do need a little bit more volume picking up, but so far, in my opinion, AMC is looking extremely bullish. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Let's go and take a look at the smaller time frames for AMC. AMC's following this good, pretty cup and handle pattern, and we talked about how usually, we have this cup and handle pattern followed with a head and shoulders pattern, and then we're going to go ahead and have a consolidation before that breakout. So I do see that AMC is definitely going to be breaking past that 15 million market cap and above in the near future, so definitely be on the lookout for that. I'm no longer in AMC actually, so just that's kind of the reason why I really don't pay attention to AMC as much anymore. But I am looking to go ahead and enter a position on AMC because AMC is extremely bullish at these levels, and AMC will be approaching these high levels of market cap. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at the fear and greed chart. And as you can see, let me see if this is correct, right? Let me go ahead and refresh it right now. It looks like on the fear and greed chart, we are at extreme levels of greed. And we are at 90, something we haven't seen in like literally forever. Like, it's pretty cool to go ahead and see the chart at these extreme levels of greed, right? Definitely something to be very, very cautious about. And this is kind of the reason why I've been telling a lot of you, don't get overly excited. Don't be celebrating just yet. It does look exciting. We are seeing the market pump. SHIB over 62%. We saw Bonk, I think it was yesterday or earlier today, over 40%. ALTCOIN, I also heard, has been doing pretty well. So a lot of these tokens have been seeing some nice little pumps on the altcoin side, right? And we've been talking about this. If you loaded up on altcoins and meme tokens these last 2 weeks, that I've been extremely bullish. And actually, I think it was a little bit over 3 or 4 weeks ago that we've been talking about loading up on meme tokens and altcoins, right? I do not want any of you to get FOMO, because I sometimes do get a little bit of FOMO when I look at the market and I'm like, damn, I wish I was a lot more exposed to the market that I currently am. Unfortunately, I'm not, and that was just due to the fact that I lost a lot of freaking money leverage trading these last couple months, getting wrecked on the Solana meme tokens, right? So I did definitely learn a lot of lessons along the way. But with that being said, don't FOMO in. I do believe there will be a correction eventually before we have the really massive run up this year. So I still believe, and I still think that we have enough room to go ahead and run up, right? So don't go ahead and FOMO, take profits, in my opinion. I don't think this is like the massive moonshot. We could be having some, several 10 to 100 X's, but we will go ahead and have a correction. So definitely make sure to go ahead and take profits, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at Marvin, right? Because I've been talking about Marvin, and this is one of the Ethereum tokens, a community-driven project that I've talked about very, very heavily these last couple months. Like, literally, I've been talking about it since over here back around, if I'm not mistaken, about January, I believe, or around February. Within this time right here, I've been talking about Marvin and how bullish I was because of the community being a community takeover project, and how the narrative is an Elon-inspired token, right? We have been seeing this thing do an over 11x, and currently right now is at a retracement. We did see all-time high reaching previously these last couple of days. I believe it hit about 1 million, right? So it looks like the team is finally now getting that recognition that they deserved, and I do believe that this thing could also be taking off because of the whole entire Elon narrative with Marvin, right? This is an Elon inspired token. As you see right here, my dog Marvin woke me up at 5 a.m. to go outside. So I have a nice little bag on this. It's good to go ahead and see those projects that you just go ahead and put in some money, you wake up to, and you're like, oh, damn, dude, this is pretty cool. You know what I mean? And I have a few projects like that right now. that are doing pretty good. This is one of them, Marvin, you know, only has 702 holders. We were prior a little bit under 600 something, and we are picking up. So if you definitely want to go ahead and check out Marvin on ETH. This is the picture of the dog, and the contract ends in 8718. Definitely go ahead and check them out. I do believe they will be having another run up, surpassing over 1 million plus market cap, right? Especially with I think Elon's launching a rocket in the next week or two, if I'm not mistaken. We should probably go ahead and search that up, right? When I know I spelled rocket wrong. All right, let's see. Apparently he was supposed to launch a freaking rocket, man. As of March 5th, there is no information about the Elon Musk will launch a rocket. However, SpaceX is currently eyeing April for Starship's first orbital launch, and NASA is investing over $4 billion in a rocket system. It's currently slated to take off as soon as 2025. So I don't know if it's going to be. I'm not sure if it's going to be by April. Then I just know that there's a lot of hype with Elon and the rocket, so this one's pretty bullish for that reason, and I think maybe we might see a pump because of that, right, alongside with Marvin, because I feel like a lot of the Elon narratives are going to take off. And talking about Elon narratives, another token that I'm actually quite bullish on, this is actually on Solana. It's called Starship. I'm actually doing a community takeover on this. It's this one right here. I'm actually doing a community takeover on this, and if we actually go ahead and zoom out on its all-time high, you can go ahead and see that it's all-time high. We did see a reach as high as over 600,000 market cap, and this is doing a very similar thing that also AMC is doing, right? We're doing a massive cup and handle pattern, and we do see volume slightly picking up, and I do believe this is with the anticipation of obviously the rocket being launched soon, right? So this is another narrative. Starship, Elon Musk Starship meme token on Solana. So this is the reason why I'm kind of bullish on it. As you see right here, Starship Flight 3. So a lot of these tokens that are Elon narrative or like Elon inspired are super bullish. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but a lot of people know that anything that Elon freaking talks about, bro, as ridiculous as it freaking sounds, people are extremely bullish about. Like, people just get excited about it. And I think the reason why Starship, the token, did pretty well was because I think they actually launched it around the time of Elon's launch of the token, I believe. So we did see this run up going from this low market cap of under 100,000 leading all the way up to as high as 600,000. So we are finally seeing this bottom as well with this token, and I do believe we will be seeing an additional run up surpassing past all-time highs in my opinion with another additional 6x, right? So definitely be on the lookout for Starship on Solana. This token is on Ethereum as well. And I've noticed that the meta right now, a little bit of insider information, the meta right now is, which is not really insider information, just kidding, but the insider information right now is that a lot of these tokens that do really well on Ethereum typically do very well on Solana tokens, right? So anything that you see kind of like, for example, look, Starship was a pretty good token that launched back on Ethereum. I think that's where it originally started from. And as you see with Ethereum, they are currently at a 657,000 market cap on ETH. But if you see, they literally just started pumping from the bottom back in around January. We started to see this thing run up. And if you measure from this bottom to this top, we have seen Starship do over an 11x, right? And we have now broken that area of resistance on Ethereum, the Starship. So this is literally like a cup and handle pattern, similar to what we're seeing with Marvin. Literally, I called out Marvin and that it was going to do that breakout, and it happened, right? Same thing with AMC. So I've called a few of these projects that have been, doing pretty well so far, and I do believe that this is the beginning of the run up, right? So obviously none of this is financial advice, but I would consider putting a little bit of money into these projects if you are bullish, right? If you're looking to go ahead and load up on some cryptocurrency to go ahead and you know, be doing some degenerate investing and hopefully hope for like a 30 to 100x, check out BingX and MEXC. You could go ahead and load up on your Solana or Ethereum at these platforms with no KYC, right? Very easy to go ahead and load up, and you could go ahead and pull out your money with no KYC, with no problem, right? And as well in deposit as well. So definitely check that out. But we are seeing right here in Starship on Ethereum, and this is the reason why the Starship on Solana is getting very popular, right? As I mentioned, I did do a community takeover on the Starship on Solana. So I am actually an admin, and I am going to go ahead and start helping the community just because I'm very bullish on the narrative. I know I have friends that are freaking like Elon maxis, and they get like all excited when it's anything related to Elon, bro. And it's like everybody does as well, right? So it's kind of a no-brainer to go ahead and be part of these tokens, as silly as they sound. But the Elon narrative is real, and a lot of people will start to run up as the hype continues to come, right? If, let's say, the launch is in April, some sort of rockets in April, I could almost guarantee you, and I don't like using that word, that you will see a lot of these tokens that are Elon inspired or Elon narratives to go ahead and take off, right? So you definitely do not want to go ahead and miss out. Go ahead and check out Starship as well. As I said, even on Ethereum, it looks pretty good. I'm not invested on the one on Ethereum, I'm only invested on the one on Solana. And as I mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and help with that token out as a community takeover because I'm pretty bullish on that narrative. And the one on Solana is currently sitting at around a 48,000 market cap. The prior team, from what I heard, they did end up getting dumped on. They ended up leaving the project, and there's only one dev left, but he needs help with that. So I'm actually going to go ahead and help him on this on Starship. So the developer's still around, but it's kind of a community takeover because literally the whole entire team left. He's like the only remaining one, and I'm actually going to go ahead and help push the project with just like Twitter, you know what I mean? Something very simple, just rating, communicating with the community, and trying to have as much done, whether it's like marketing or whatever the case is, to go ahead and help get a little bit more awareness on this project, because I do believe that this project is going to take off. And it's actually kind of funny because I was talking to the dev, which is now like a friend of mine, around this zone right here. He was telling me about his project a few days ago. I can't remember when it was, and when I looked at the chart, I was like, dude, this is so freaking, I think I looked at the chart right here on the 29th, when it was a little bit under $44,000. I think it was like 39,000, and I was like, let me go ahead and help you out with that, bro. I'm like, I see this thing's about to get ready to take off, and it has done a 1x ever since, right? So it's pretty cool to go ahead and see this, and I do believe this breakout to the upside is going to be also coming very soon. As I mentioned, from this bottom to this top, depending on where you enter, you could go ahead and see from its previous all-time high about a 7.5x, but ideally I do believe that if the one on ETH starts to take off, we could be seeing this one take off as well. This one is 657, and we actually just broke all-time highs, right? So I do see this thing going past at least 1 million plus with this token on Ethereum, right? So definitely be on the lookout with that. And let's go ahead and talk about some articles that I have for you right here. Some meme tokens. Meme coins are taking the space. For the past week, we have seen a lot of meme money flow into large meme coins like Pepe, SHIB, Doge, and WIF. WIF actually, I believe they surpassed over 1 billion plus market cap, right? And I've been telling all of you, start loading up on meme tokens, start loading up on altcoins. You definitely do not want to go ahead and miss out on this run. Be exposed to these tokens. To all those that have been keeping an eye out ever since I've been mentioning that for the last 3 weeks, should be sitting up pretty nicely on a lot of these tokens, right? A lot of easy money is coming into the space, but I do not want any of you to get overly excited. Remember, please take profits. Some tokens might not still reach their full potential. So if you're okay waiting, riding the freaking bag all the way down, then so be it. Hold on to it, right? But I do believe that a lot of these tokens are barely now taking off, and we haven't even started to see the run up yet, right? But do take profits along the way. As I mentioned, I don't believe this is going to be like the official run up. I think it's just like a little pump leading onto the official run up. and the official run up won't be until July, in my opinion. After the Bitcoin halving, after that happens, during summer is where I believe we're going to see another run up on Bitcoin after it crashes with a 30 to 40% correction, right? So you still have plenty of time, in my opinion, but definitely be aware and start taking profits, especially if you're in leveraged positions. I would just take profits, you know, but this is the time where literally everybody makes freaking money. So we see that these trending coins belong in many chains, including Ethereum, BNB, Solana, and even AVAX. Pepe has been performing in top tier meme coins, doing over 7 to 8x from the last low. Market cap went from 450 million to 3.2 billion. The 24-hour volume surpassed the market cap. That's freaking insane. Another one too, another mid-cap meme coin that has been trading, Mega, which is Trump token, performing great, 65x from the last accumulation with a market cap of 500 million. And you can actually go ahead and trade that on BingX, right? So if you guys are not aware, I am actually an affiliate partner with BingX, so definitely go ahead and check them out if you want to go ahead and trade Trump token, and they are giving all the way up to $5,000 in sign-up bonuses just from depositing. So definitely go ahead and check that out, right? So looking extremely bullish, as you see right here on freaking Trump. You know how bullish I was in Trump, man? Like I was, and this is the thing, like sometimes I think what I have to start doing now is I have to start writing a list of tokens. Like I literally have to probably like write a list, whether it's like an Excel sheet or something, and start writing down these tokens. Because I remember I was extremely bullish with the Trump tokens from like back over here. I was talking about the Trump tokens since we were around over here around back in January, and I said, guys, this is going to be a token that's going to go ahead and take off, and the narrative is going to be super freaking big. So definitely load up. And I just completely forgot about it. I don't know what happened, and I'm a little disappointed because that would have been a 40x, right? So I wish I would have kept up to date with this. I don't know why I didn't. I just completely forgot. And that's the thing, man. I completely forgot about it. So I wish I would have remembered to go ahead and load up on this and around this time that I was talking about it. So a little disappointed on that, but congratulations on anybody that did load up when I was talking about this token. It was around the 18 cent. I think it was actually as low as 10 cents. And I was talking about how bullish I was going to be because of the U.S. elections that we're going to be having this year, right? So I think this token could even go higher. But congratulations on everybody that did take up that trade. Unfortunately, I forgot about this token and I never bought in. I save most of these tokens and I tell myself that I'm going to go ahead and load up on them, and I just completely forgot, right? I think it's because my list is so freaking big. So I have to start looking for a new strategy to not forget a lot of this, right? Because this space is just way too hectic, man. And this is the reason why I tell you, like, you have to go ahead and just focus on one thing, because like when you're focusing on multiple things, one, you might not be able to keep track, and two, you're gonna miss out on opportunities like I did, right? I was too busy, I don't know, probably meme coin trading, bro, and I missed out on this, you know what I mean? So that's usually what the case happens. So maybe I should go ahead and put them on a list on my phone or something. I have to think of a narrative. Let me know not a narrative, a solution. Let me know down below how all of you find solutions to go ahead and keep track of these tokens, right? Because I thought this would have been the best way, but apparently not, because I forgot about freaking Trump. And this is the second token this has happened to me. I also did that with Harry Potter Obama. I literally called it under 1 million market cap, and that token hit over 200 million, right? So dude, again, another freaking 100x. So 100x's are out there. You just have to be patient from what I'm seeing. And you have to remember to buy, you know, even if you would have put, you know, I think $100 at these levels right here, that would have been over 4 to 5 grand. So that's pretty good. And he would have put 1,000, that would have been over 40 to 50,000, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, a lot of people are making a lot of money on meme tokens, and this is just the beginning, right? Like this is just the freaking beginning. Like this, what you're seeing right now, you haven't seen anything yet. Like we are just getting started with this whole entire bull run right now with these meme tokens. That's crazy. I remember I was invested into this token, the People's Bitcoin, and this thing hit over like 2 to 3 million, man. So this thing's at a 17,000 market cap. That's interesting. Let me go ahead and see why it looks so different on the chart. Let's go ahead and look at this. This is a 10,000. This is a 17,000. Yeah, this thing has still a lot of room to run up. See, a lot of these tokens are running up, so I think I might even consider loading up on this, because from this bottom to this top, this thing has literally seen actually not that much of 1x, but this market cap is around the 3 millions, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, or high 770,000. So almost a million. So from this bottom, from this top, that's just over a 70x. So I don't know exactly why this thing's running up, but I was invested in this earlier on too. Pretty good token to be on. But with that being said, let's go ahead and continue with this article right here. Congratulations on that. We're seeing pump as well with the NVIDIA GPU hype. Recently, we had the creation of GPU Inu. This could get the attention from the meme coin plus GPU trends. Some risky applies to this coin as well. They have been running ads on social. GPU Inu. This is on Sol as well. So 2.29 million market cap. That's insane. And Magic, we see Magic right here on the daily getting ready to make some new all-time highs. Really, really exciting. So what is this right here? Is this SpaceX? Let's see. No, not SpaceX. Space ID, no? What is this? Our partners? I don't know what this is. Yeah, but as you're seeing, a lot of these tokens are getting ready to freaking pump. I know Jasmine's being one of them that has been taking off as of lately. Let's go ahead and look at some few market updates right here. We're seeing right here in the market update, Bitcoin inverse correlation with the DXY is retesting downtrending line resistance. We talked about the DXY earlier today when we started the live stream, but let's go ahead and take a look at what this person is saying. Could this mean an upward movement for Bitcoin? DXY is struggling at resistance trending line while Bitcoin has taken off. And that's what I was actually talking about. You know, the DXY has been struggling, but if we do break past that resistance, we will be seeing some sort of new all-time high being passed on the DXY. But honestly, looks like Bitcoin is going to continue to run. I'm going to be completely honest with you, you know, and a lot of people don't want to hear that. A lot of people are super bearish with the market. I know we are reaching some very crazy levels of the market, actually quite scary to say the least. And we're getting too much excitement, but this is the reality of what the market is telling us right now. And it's actually more bullish than bearish. Like if you're bearish, good luck to you, man. Good luck to you. Bitcoin sets new all-time high against the world-leading currency, the GBP, which we're not going to go ahead and talk about. Some indications that hint that the Equator has been buying BTC is a country that Edward Snowden talked about last week. Interesting. Literally, a Bitcoin supply shock is happening. So a lot of people talked about this possibility of a Bitcoin supply shock, which is why a lot of people are actually saying this is the reason why we see Bitcoin hitting these all-time highs. There's a Bitcoin supply shock happening. We currently have no Bitcoin available for sale. Interesting. Interesting, you know what I mean? Interesting. I guess that's probably the reason why we're seeing this run up. I don't know. I think it's more of a short squeeze, but whatever floats your boat, man. So fear and greed index at 82 extreme greed. We talked about this. And I don't think none of this is really important. I'm going to be honest with you, so I don't want to sit here and waste your time. Bitwise CIO expects Bitcoin to reach 200,000 in 2024. That's quite interesting. I think my price prediction is around, for Bitcoin, would be around 150 to 180. So I guess, you know, knowing how excited the market gets, and we could see that volatility with that liquidity grab push, I do see 200,000 being possible, not right? With these movements in the market, I do think it's possible, right? I don't know if 200,000 is the move, but I'm reaching more for a 150 unless I get the signs that 200,000 is doable. But even from 150, it's not that much of a pump for us to go ahead and get to 200,000, right? So definitely not unrealistic. I'm gonna be honest with you. Morgan Stanley files to buy Bitcoin ETFs using 12 funds. Cool. The first gold ETF took 2 years to accumulate at 10 billion. Now the BlackRock's ETF alone got to 10 billion in just 7 weeks. I don't know why people love to compare always gold with Bitcoin, bro. I'm telling you, we're like living in two different eras, right? Back then, we weren't in the zone where like people were as aware of these assets, and they weren't as available to many people. And now we're in a point where like almost anybody could own these assets, right? Back then, it was very difficult to go ahead and be exposed to the markets the way we are now. So I don't know why people always like to compare stuff like that. We live in a whole different era, and more people, unfortunately, from what it looks like, are willing to take more risk than ever before, right? And that's probably has to do with what we're seeing around the world with inflation and crazy pricing all across the world. And now you have this kind of pressure to go ahead and try to get some really good gains in order to freaking survive, man. Bitcoin availability in OTC desk reaching a 5-year low, while ETFs are still applying massive buying pressure. Bitcoin entered the bull market phase on Plan B's model, printing the first red dot since 2021. So let's go ahead and look into this. I guess this is where the bull run starts. So, you know, this is the start of the freaking bull run, and I'll definitely agree. I've been telling a lot of you, I do see the bull run starting from 2024 to 2025. So prepare to get started. This is just the freaking beginning. The accumulation phase is now officially over. And now we are now getting rewarded for all that patience that we had, right? So prepare to make a lot of money in this run. Bitcoin has now officially entered the territory of the bull run, right? So pretty cool. I've never seen that chart in my life. So probably have to follow Plan B more to go ahead and be aware of that. I know last time what Plan B called, bro, everybody got wrecked. Look, this is interesting. It's really interesting, right? I just gave you my opinion. I said, you know, 200,000 is a little too high. I think 150 for Bitcoin's top for me, at the most 180. And it's actually quite interesting how this trader right here says a very realistic top cycle price range prediction between the 1.414 and the 618 fib levels from the last cycle top to the cycle low. This puts the top at around 140 to 150, right? And you have to keep in mind, when I'm reading these articles, these posts, this is my first time. I don't look at this. I look at this together. That way I'm also surprised, and I'm like, oh wow, that's freaking cool. So like the fact that I just told you my opinion, the most I see Bitcoin going is 150 to 180 max. Not saying it's not possible to see 200,000, maybe with a liquidity grab, but I think 150 to 180 is going to be the top for me for this Bitcoin. I don't think anything over that is going to happen. You know, 200,000 or above, 200,000 max in my opinion, but I don't see any more than that, right? So I'm sticking to the belief of 150 to around 180. The Bitcoin top cycle, you might want to bookmark this one. So let's go ahead and do that before we forget. As I've been asked many times to give my cycle top prediction, find it below. First and second cycles for BTC found its top within or at the top of the 227,000% on the Fibonacci extension levels. Third cycle, BTC found its top from the 141 fib levels, and as the market matures, returns tend to diminish over time. As the crypto market is no exception to the rule, that's why I added the 127 fib extension meaning to the reasoning. Based on these assumptions, I came up with the two potential cycle top target predictions, both conversion between 103, 125, and the most conservative one, 172. And look, this is freaking insane. I said, for my opinion, the max I see Bitcoin going is 150 to literally 180. So it's good to go ahead and see other top traders in the space that I guess are pretty well respected to go ahead and kind of come up with a similar prediction as what I'm saying, right? Obviously, this guy did it with actual, you know, real predictions, I guess, using the fib levels. I literally just did it based on what I know typically how the market moves. You get to a point where like you're in this market and you can just eye a lot of things, right? You kind of know where the tops or bottoms are going to be likely without having to do too much, as crazy as it sounds, too much TA. Like literally that was like in the top of my head. Like at first I was like, I don't think we'll go any more past 80,000, and we're not even far away from 80,000, right? So yeah, this is actually pretty interesting. Almost around the same my narrative, right? As I said, 150, 180 tops. 200, I guess for me that would be my most conservative point for Bitcoin, but we'll see, right? I don't care where Bitcoin goes to be honest. I don't care if it's 180. I don't care if it's 200. To me, it doesn't make a difference personally. The USDT dominance has broken a 6-year trend line support to the downside. This could lead to a massive bull market phase, especially for altcoins. And we've been talking about, altcoin season being around the corner. So as we talked about, meme tokens and altcoins, this is where most of the money is made. I'm not just telling you that altcoins are likely to go much higher. I want to prove it to you. USDT dominance recently broke through a trend line that has been impactful for 6 years, or intact for 6 years. MACD is showing a very strong bearish momentum. When USDT goes down, altcoins go up. As we see this right here, we have broken down to the downside. So we'll see where things go. I definitely do see this happening. And then this is a little bit of bullish TA right here. So TA is looking extremely bullish in my opinion, and we are seeing right here on altcoins. Altcoins are still in the purple area, lagging behind Bitcoin by a decent percentage. To be equally correlated, we should now be at 900 billion, market cap of total 3, alts excluding BTC and ETH. This means that an altcoin rally, if not an altcoin season, is close. And see, I'm telling you, this is not even the freaking top. So congratulations on all those that have been making some money. Take profits. I don't think this is the top of the market. I still believe we have some room, but just be very, very cautious. And with that being said, if you want to go ahead and load up on any of these tokens, check out BingX and MEXC. Both of these platforms are non-KYC platforms. And if you're in need of VPN, check out NordVPN, offering 69% off with 3 months extra. I appreciate everybody's support. Thank you for all of you that are here. And as I mentioned, I'm not sure if today's going to be my last time making any more content, but definitely be in the lookout. Reach out to me at Altcoin John, and if you do want to go ahead and still have some communication with me, go ahead and reach out to me on Discord. I still will definitely be posting a lot here. As I mentioned, I'm just going to go ahead and start focusing a little bit more behind the scenes in this crypto market, right? I'm not going to be as exposed to the front end. I'm going to be more towards the back end, right? So definitely go ahead and hopefully all of you stay in touch. I'll keep all of you updated. I think today might be my last video, but we'll see where things go, and I'll let you know by the end of this week. Really do appreciate all of you tuning in, and I'll catch all of you possibly